Yo. What's going on? What's going on, man? Come on in right quick. Come on in. I see y'all in here early with it. Y'all in here
Pop up
early with it,
style on
man.
y'all.
You know it. Jerome said he hopes so. We deserve better. Christopher Jordan said, please be true. Nephew said, you're starting early. I need to get my chicken wings. Hey, man. And he had me did I need some hot sauce on my chicken wings. Hey, you can put some
Hot
hot sauce on
sauce
that
on
and
my
some lemon pepper
burrito,
sprinkles.
baby. Sure look good to me.
You stupid.
Hey,
Yeah, man. Come on in.
man.
Come on in. Let's have some fun with this one, man. But we have fun anyway, no matter what we talking about.
Better
But
believe it.
yeah, come on in. Come on in. On in. But look, man, how can you not be excited about that, man? And you know, I hate to see people lose their job. Don't get me wrong. But when it
Hey,
don't fit
man.
no more, you can't fit what they say, you can't fit a squaring
You
around
ain't
in a circle,
yeah,
square in a
yeah. You
circle or
ain't
some
gonna be
shit
able to
like
do
that.
it.
You know what I mean.
You're not gonna be able to do it, bro. Can't put that
So
square through that triangle at all.
yeah, so you see the background of Raheem Morris. You can't see the word gone because it's probably blocked out. But look, can't put it no simpler, man. Pro football rumors. So you'll know that it's not nothing we just making up and just talking about. And don't get
Right.
me wrong, just when it was press conference Sunday or yesterday
Mm-hmm.
during the
Yep.
interview, he said he had full support of Arthur Blank. And to an extent, he's absolutely right. It's absolutely true. Because if he didn't have the support of Arthur Blank, he would have got fired 6-7 weeks ago. So Arthur Blank has given him
Yeah.
grace. And he couldn't turn it around. So this pro football rumor popped up. Just so y'all know, we just not throwing shit, trying to stick to the wall. Says Falcon Raheem Morris good is gone. This is a report from Pro Football Rumors. And it said, they chose him over Bill Belichick. And we've talked about that for God knows how long. They 12-18, under his guidance. And the sad part is, you see the number right there. 33-56 as a coach. 371 winning percentage, and that's the worst among active coaches. And we talked about the tweet that we put up yesterday. It said support is not an issue. He is absolutely outstanding. Morris said a blank, and his
Yeah.
ability to listen to us, to be there for us, be in it with us, 100% awesome. And he gave great comments about that. And when you give great comments, man, you got to give grace, man. Because look, I'm telling you, when the owner supports you through your downfall, because trust me, it's been a downfall, and it really
Oh,
happened.
better believe
Started happening last year in New Orleans, and it just wasn't the same since. Because one thing about it, a football player knows. He knows when he has the right guy in the league as a head coach, because they buy to whatever he sells. And if he's not that guy, that shows too. But right quick, man, just start us off, man. Tell us what you think.
it. Man, well, I mean, to be honest, I've already said, man, complete slap in the face if you bring this guy back. It's a complete slap in the face to the fan base. And my thing is, the logo is more important. I understand, like, he only had 2 seasons, but again, the talent level, the draft picks, and just everything that has been fumbled. What we've only won about 12 games out of our last 30 with Raheem Morris. So at the end of the day, we have still losing games, which is making us losers, whether we want to be or not, and that's just unacceptable. At the end of the day, we want a winner. We want somebody that can. It's not just about putting the butts in the seats. It's about winning the games. I don't care about names at this point. I'm really getting to that point where I really don't care who the heck is on the field, what's the name or anything. All I want to do is win. That's all I want at this point. So again, all the flashiness, all the smart aleck remarks, you know what I'm saying, everything about, oh, if people were doing their jobs, I wouldn't be here. It all sounded good in the beginning, but it has gotten us nowhere. We need to go ahead and cut our losses while we can and go ahead and start trying to move forward to the future instead of just spinning our wheels in mud, turning the wheel left and right, and we're not going anywhere because our wheels are stuck. So it's time to pull the plug. We said yesterday. And also, Smitty, it's time to go ahead and move forward, whatever you guys are going to do. I don't know what your plan is because, honestly, I feel like you had all this planned out and everything failed. So I really would like to see what your plan is now, what you're going to pivot to now. But I know we need to pivot away from Raheem Morris and that regime.
Yeah. And the bad part about it, bro, in Nigeria, we just keep, nailing this home. Is what you passed on to hire Raheem Morris, and to end up like this is pretty disgusting, if you ask me. Tied to the Natty, he said Raheem ain't going nowhere. I seriously doubt it. And Robert Blackman said the team quit on him, and we've been talking about that for about 3 weeks, maybe a month. So, like Dirty Bird Gang said, at this point, get rid of him. What you got to lose? You're not gaining him by keeping him. And like I told y'all on I think it was the post game Sunday or the preview the Tuesday before, about a week ago, that I would rather have a young coach or next coach to come in with a losing season and the players buying into him than to have a coach that's been here and they're not buying into what he's doing anymore. That's a total difference. So maybe Arthur Blank is, looking at the fan reaction. He's probably looking at the bottom number as far as people, selling their season tickets. And then the stadium last Sunday, it was bone dry empty by the third quarter. So when you look at things of that nature, that could change any owner's perspective, because not only is it about the bottom line, it's about putting a product on the field that the fans want to see and the fans can get behind. Because if the fans can't get behind the product on the field, guess what? Numbers start to fall. Your future start to falter, because we talk about that first round pick, which I still don't care about. But when you make a big move like that, knowing that you expect to be at a certain spot, because they said it before they took Michael Penix when Raheem got hired, we don't expect to be in this spot to get a quarterback. And then very next year, they said the same thing with trading for James Pierce Jr. We trade this first round pick because we feel like the next year's edge rush class, which is pretty good this year, but they don't feel like it's still a James Pierce Jr. in that class. So now that you make these decisions back to back that you don't expect to be in a certain spot that you expect to win, guess what? It don't work, and things like this happen. So, Dirty Bird Gang, you absolutely correct. You absolutely correct that you ain't got nothing to lose.
Yeah, I mean, you really don't, because what is the message that you're preaching at this point? You even went to the point of saying, like, about the special teams. They asked him, are you going to make a change to special teams? He said it's irrelevant at this point. But he's absolutely correct. It's irrelevant because even if he does change special teams, it's not like it's going to save his job. It ain't saving his job. You might well roll with whoever you got all the way until the wheels fall off, because the wheels already don't fell off, really. You just pretty much doing this thing like like the Flintstones did in Bedrock.
Fred Flintstone,
used to run man. They just start running, bro. That's all we got. We ain't got no wheels.
Boy, look, somebody stole that nigga rims at Greenbrier Mall and they been gone. He ain't getting them back. But Ryan Price, thank you for the donation, my brother. Truly, truly appreciate it. He said, I hate to disagree with that record. We have a hell of a lot, very close losses. I mean, right. I mean, he right. And he mocking Raheem. He mocking Raheem. But yeah, he absolutely correct, man. I mean, but in that sense, he is telling the truth, because I mean, they do have a lot of losses, but at the same time, you got to make them damn losses count for something, man. Something. Come on, something. But here's another point that Davin McKell made. He said, Smitty, how many players you think we're gonna lose in free agency? That's a good question. Because you have two of your middle linebackers, they're free agents this offseason. I absolutely think you bring both of them back. Because I think you could get Caden at a decent price and Divine Diablo, since he was hurt a little bit this year and it made his numbers dip. You could probably sign him at a 2 or 3 year deal at a good price. Because linebackers is a problem we had the last 3 to 4 years. So you got to find a way to keep both of those guys at middle linebacker. Jalen Walker is an off-ball linebacker. He can play the middle of the edge, but you want him to get acclimated as an edge rusher before you start moving him around. But they have started moving him around already.
I say, yeah.
So
I feel like that's because he's ahead of his progression.
Oh, absolutely. Him and James Pierce. And this is the only reason why I would hate this move. Because what Ulbrich and Nate Ollie have done with this team, man, on defense, it's something we haven't seen in God knows how long. And that's the thing. Like I said, about a couple weeks ago, we always got something that don't match. Peanut butter, no jelly. Ham, no burger. Offense, no defense. Defense, no offense. I mean, you just can't get it right. God, so, I mean, look, this is just something that I feel like it's got to happen just because of that. Just because of that.
Right. And I've already said too, Smitty, I've dropped a video on my channel talking about the impact of Divine Diablo, especially when he was missing. You just seen like the man in the middle, he is important. So he has one more year left on the contract, but I say extend him now because his impact and him being gone, it was clear as day. So him, Caden Ellis, those guys are got to be priority to shore up that middle. And then if you want to go draft a guy, because I'm pretty sure you may want to at least go look at someone outside of Josh Woods, because I don't see JD Bertrand being the answer. So you're going to be going to fish again, So I mean, as long as you can get those two locked up, I think you at least got something to start with, and then you can kind of like trickle some guys in, lesser contracts, everything like that. But it's got to start with those two guys if we're talking about the linebacker core.
Yeah. Tony said he think Ellis can walk because he can't cover, but he does have an interception this year, and I've seen him cover running backs and tight ends pretty decent. And don't get me wrong, it's all about the scheme, and sometimes whatever they call on that particular play, you might get burned because you're supposed to be in a certain spot, and it just doesn't line up with what the play call for the other team lines up with. So sometimes you have to take that into consideration. But as far as what he brings as a leader, as far as what he brings as, all-around player, as far as a blitzer, as far as a tackler, as far as a leader, he fits what we need at middle linebacker. And his versatility is something that we definitely need, because when we're down edge rushers, you just, pencil him right in. He takes over as an edge rusher, and then you have to put in an extra linebacker in the middle, and he becomes that player that you need. And in today's NFL and the type of defense that we run, it's absolutely only right that we find a way to keep him. So Tony Lemon, I agree with that to a certain extent, but I feel like he covered good enough. And then what all he brings to the table, and the price that you probably can get him for, you just got to take all that into consideration, because Divine Diablo, when he went out, we see how bad the damn linebacking core got. That lets you know alone that he's a valuable asset to this team. And the only thing that I feel like that may not bring these guys back is Terry Faulkner going to go out the door with Raheem Morris. If that happens, we could have a full turnover. And then, as we've been talking about, that means Bijan, Drake, anybody's for sale going forward. And don't get me wrong, like I said, the two edge rushers may be the only guys that are safe because they're still young, and the way they're playing this year, you can use them as a building block, along with Watts, along with Billy Bowman. So that would be the only way that Ellis, to me, would not come back, is if we fire the GM as well. D-Mac said he don't trust Diablo Health. I would rather have Caden. So y'all 50-50 with it. We can't even win in the sorry division. Now imagine when this division gets good again, we're going to be in trouble if Arthur Blanks keep the same coaching staff. That's an excellent point, Cameron. Excellent point. You see, you got to stay ahead of the curve, and if you can stay ahead of the curve in the division, and they have a good enough roster. To me, they have the best roster in the division, just don't have nobody to drive the boat or the bus or whatever you want to call it. You talk about poor preparation from Raheem Morris and his coaching staff. You talk about execution, film study, quarterback development, or really any kind of development when it comes to skill positions on this team. So, Cameron, that's a great point. So you got to make a move to stay intact with this division, because look at Tampa Bay. They lost to New Orleans last week. They lost to New Orleans, so that lets you know that they got to make a change. I'm glad you said that, Kevin, because CJ Allen is who I'm probably going to do my next draft. Well, my first draft prospect on, probably in January. CJ Allen is absolutely who I would like, and he would be a nice guy. That's right. He would be a nice addition to the Falcons linebacker core. And like I just said, with if we bring back Caden Ellis, what he brings with versatility, you add a guy like CJ Allen, a downhill thumper, with something that we still don't have. I feel like that makes all the sense in the world.
I feel like we should have kept Nate Landman, because he's doing excellent out there with the Rams. But I know why they did. They wanted to see what Troy Anderson had, and I did see Troy Anderson this Sunday. You know what I'm saying? He looked nice in his his warm up. It was like he was very comfortable. Like he wanted to get out there on the field, but it's just, of course, his body.
Right. And Tramiel said somebody drive a U-Haul truck in Zach Robinson driveway. I think that's what Chris doing right now, if I ain't mistaken.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, I just went and rented a U-Haul, trying to pull up on Zach to go ahead and get his stuff out of here, man. Yeah, because ain't no point in him staying. Ain't no point in him staying. So yes, I'm doing something. I am taking the initiative for us Falcons fans. I am helping this man get up out of here, because he gotta know. Don't worry, next week I'm gonna be getting Ra. Ra got a mansion, so I'm gonna have to get like a couple of U-Haul trucks. I may get some of y'all to kind of help me, so keep your inbox open. I may need some help, but yeah.
Yeah, but the thing with Rob, man, I think he lived here even when he was coaching in LA. I still think he lived here. So yeah, that's how that works, man. That's how that works. But look, I'm telling y'all, man, you got to make the change. And Jeff Holton said we need to let Mike Hughes walk for sure. I'd play Bryant the rest of the season just to see what he's got. And Jeff, that's an excellent point, man. That we talked about that a little bit on Sunday. Now it's time to bring in the second string, the third string, the practice squad guys. Just let them get some reps and just see what they have, man. Because I guarantee you, but the thing is, I would look at now. I'm with that, but the thing is, how had this coaching staff developed them to get ready to come into game play action? Because I mean, can you even trust them at this point?
Hey, I don't think you can trust them, but at the same time, you still do have to see. You do. You're gonna have to see like what guys got, and then if you think about it, if they're not getting the guys up to par, then that's just another indictment on why they should be.
Right. Absolutely. Dirty Bird Gang 11 said cousin going after this. Who do you sign for the quarterback position? It really depends on what's on the market. Really depends on who the market, what the market value is. Because if you think about it, with Kyler Murray, his contract is kind of expensive. You do have veterans out there, so it all depends on who's the GM, what they're going to be looking for, and also the head coach, what kind of scheme they're going to try to run. These are the things you have to take into consideration when you're talking about moving on to the next regime, what they're going to do at quarterback, what type of scheme they're going to run on offense and defense. So Cousin, if he plays into that and he's still under contract, he could come back. But if they want to move on and just clean slate, that's what they're going to do. So Yeah, I mean, it's no other way. But Dirty Bird
And,
game,
and I,
Kirk Cousins could be here. He could not be here. But go ahead, Chris.
nah, I'm with you because we've talked about this too. So it is a realistic probability that Kurt can be here. He's already under contract. Yes, you would be sacrificing more money, which means you won't be able to improve certain areas. But you think about it, the quarterback position is still the most important in football. And Michael Penix, I'm just gonna go ahead and just say it. I can be optimistic all I want to, but the realness in me is saying Michael Penix will not be on that field anytime in September and possibly October. So with that being said, you gotta have somebody as a quarterback, whether you keep the guy that you already signed or if you move off of them and try to go get someone else. Again, I feel like it's going to come down to who's making the decisions from up top, just like we've been saying.
Yeah.
Who's going to be, who's not going to be here, and then we can get maybe a clearer picture. Because until we find out what's going to happen come Black Monday at the end of the season, that's really going to be predicated on what we do forward with certain players, certain moves in the organization, contracts, etc. So it's like we really in limbo for the rest of the season, y'all.
Yeah. But Furball, I got a question for you because you talked about this the other day about Bijan, and when we talk about he could be a possible trade candidate, depending on what the next regime wants to do. Furball said, "Why are we blaming Bijan for the fumble? I just saw your podcast yesterday. Why are we blaming the wrong people? It happens. He's human. I don't know why we act like he's the reason we lost. Oh no, he's not the reason we lost.
No,
Chris, try to explain your best as to what you were trying to say."
Well, Furball, my thing is this: like Bijan Robinson, I'm glad he's an Atlanta Falcon. I am okay. Like I get it, but again, you've watched this show and you've heard me say winning the game within the game, right? And a part of that is not fumbling on the 8-yard line. Bijan Robinson is nowhere near the reason why we lost that game. But all I'm saying is they came out and got a 100-yard return, right? So that's some momentum. The Atlanta Falcons were driving down the field, trying to steal Uncle Mo back. They got to the 8-yard line, fam, and Bijan Robinson fumbled. Now, he only has 2 this year, but both of his fumbles this year and most of his fumbles in his career, which he has 7, have been at the wrong time, have been at the terrible time. Just like even Derrick Henry with the Ravens. He has been fumbling. It's when he fumbles. That's all I'm saying. Situational. He's not the reason we lost the game, but I will say after he fumbled and Seattle was able to take that ball, drive it down the field, put it in the end zone. We're down 20-6. That's where all the air went out of the whole entire building, especially on the sideline. Why I know? Because I was right there on the sideline, fam. I seen those players. Like it was still some hope until Bijan, until the combo of Bijan fumbling and them going into the end zone. Those two combos right there is the reason why I'm saying about Bijan. Like again, love Bijan, but Tyler Algier, a guy that we had before Bijan, has never fumbled in his career.
So just leave.
Yeah, just leave. I put it on.
No problem. But that's the whole thing I was just saying. I'm not saying that Bijan was the reason, but he did play a part into it. Like we got to keep it real about that. If he doesn't fumble there and we go into the end zone where it's a tie game, now it's 0-0. But with that particular fumble, we lost it. They capitalized points off turnovers. The air went out of the building and off of the sideline. That's all I was saying.
Absolutely.
And again, if I wasn't on the sideline, being an eyewitness, all 4 of my eyes, looking at it myself, then I would say something different.
That's all 4 of my eyes.
I'm just saying, fam. I'm just saying. I'm just telling you what I saw.
Yeah, y'all got to excuse me, man. I was talking to my daughter, man. Got to put a tag on the back of her car, so just excuse me for that. But Willie said, what I missed is official. Nah, Willie ain't official, but rumors are flying, and normally when rumors fly, it happens, man. Jermaine said the whole reason we lost this season is Raheem and his pathetic moronic staff can't make the right calls and use clock management correctly, Atlanta is totally trash. And then we talked about clock management. So it's just simple things of that nature. Boss, he said he missed Dan Quinn. Dan Quinn ain't doing too good in Washington, but a lot of it is not his fault. But you know, you got to pay with the rest of us. Tremel said Dave Archie can play backup. Big bro, how you doing? How you doing? He said, Chris, how many eyes do you have? Hey, big bro, I got 4 eyes myself, so I can't talk. I be looking 2-3 different ways at once. John Moreno said we lose the players. We gave up. I didn't see any desire to play. They have gave up on the coaches, and that's true. Some of the backup players who probably gave up on the coaches. And the thing is, man, Jerry Gray he'll be a good head coach, but at his age, I don't think he wants to do that, man. I just don't. So Tyrod Taylor, Teddy Bridgewater. Woo, that's a good one. That's a good one. But,
it's so crazy, bro, because Tyrod is 36, but he beat us, 36. Right?
Yeah. Now I was gonna say Teddy because of his age, but he's about 33 himself. So yeah. So if I had to choose one, I would probably say Teddy because I think he's a better passer. But either one wouldn't be a bad, bridge quarterback.
Also, think about this. I mean, Teddy has had a few stints, bouncing around in the NFC South, trying to see if you can get some intel off of them too.
Right. So I mean, it works. And we talking about his backups because bridge quarterbacks. I still rather have Jameson. Y'all don't like him, but how he motivates the team, the energy he brings, is just something that we need.
Yeah.
Stephon Gilmore is 35 years old as a cornerback. I don't think that would work. Nah, I don't. I mean, it could have worked, but at 35, how much do he have left in the tank as a 35-year-old cornerback?
I ain't gonna lie to you. I said it before. Stephon wants to get paid. Stephon still wants top tier cornerback money. Like
at 35.
So
yeah. Should the Falcons hire search firm like they did for Mike Smith? And Mike Smith was a damn good hire. I had never heard of Mike Smith.
But guess where Mike Smith came from? He came from the Ravens, fam. Mike Smith was with the Ravens before he came to us.
That makes sense. And if you think about the way he coached, it made sense. It made sense. And that's why I wanted a Ben McDonald last year. Because Ben McDonald, that's why I wanted the guy who went to Seattle who was here on Sunday. This is why I wanted him. You look at that no quit attitude that they have. They play off of the first half. They went in that half. They made adjustments. He made adjustments. They came out in the second half looking like a totally different team. And you can motivate your team to put up 31 points in a half. That's who I want as a coach. Because
31,
he came from Baltimore.
Bro.
Yeah.
Hey, like I couldn't believe it. Like it would just hit after hit. It was just like, what the?
Yeah. Big bro say, give me the offensive coordinator out of Baltimore. You talk about Todd Monken, back-to-back champion down in Georgia. Yeah. And I would love that, man. And I did a video on that a couple of weeks ago, talking about bringing Stetson Bennett along with him. I could see that. I mean, a lot of people would knock that, but Stetson Bennett has that Baker Mayfield feel to him. And what I mean by that, he's going to give you that energy. He's going to go out there and fight. And remember, he was a walk-on at Georgia and won 2 national championships. So that lets you know he's one of those quarterbacks that has a will to win, and that's what you need. I mean, some quarterbacks, they want to perfect their craft. Some want to play just good enough to get by, and some just want to be lazy. But he's one of those guys that's going to work on his craft and do what he needs to do to win football games. And don't get me wrong, we know he's had off-the-field problems, but at the same time, who hasn't? Has he gotten past them? It looks like he has. And now he's a little bit further up in age. He's about 27. So, he's a little bit further up in age, but at the same time, what could it hurt? because even next year, depending on who they bring in, it could be another season like this year, or it could be a little bit better, depending on what staff and what they want to do and what they have on the roster. But big bro, Todd Monken would not be a bad idea. It would not. It would not be.
Yeah, well, man. Again, I mean, Monken. My thing is, I'm just trying to figure out if he wants to even be a head coach, and two, if he wants to lead the Ravens.
Yeah. I don't think he do because I think he's in the perfect spot, man. And John Harbaugh, been there 17, 18 years. He's probably not going anywhere. You have a great system in place. You have Lamar Jackson. You have Derrick Henry. And I think their downfall this year has been their defense, and that's surprising to say. Now Lamar has not been Lamar this year either, but just
That's
like
true.
we talk about with Atlanta, that defense has been on the field so long to it puts a lot of strain on the offense to produce more points and to try to force things to try to get back into the game. And this is where dysfunction and miscommunication comes in. Georgia boy 82. So how y'all feel about getting Bennett and drafting Gunner late in the round behind to back him? Just my thought. I just talked about Stetson Bennett just a little bit. But I think Gunner Stockton should stay in school for one more season and work on his passing.
Right.
Yeah, if he can work on his passing and his presence in the pocket, I think he would be probably a day one quarterback, probably second or third round. So now his running ability is pretty much unmatched when it comes to scrambling quarterbacks and the tight system that he runs, that outside zone. It would definitely work. If the next coordinator came in with the same system, it would definitely work. But it depends on what the next regime wants to do. But I have no problem with Bennett, but I do think Gunner Stockton needs to stay in school at least one more season. And honestly, if he stays in school one more season, he'll be a Heisman candidate next year. So, yeah, I would love to see him stay in school just one more year. Johnny said, John Gruden. What you think about that, Chris?
John Gruden, I'm trying to figure out would he even get another job in the NFL right now. He still got an open case and all this stuff. You know how the NFL feels when you try to take him to court.
I think they settled that case. If I'm not mistaken,
settled?
I think they did.
I thought he was. I had read that he was taking it all the way to the you know what I'm saying, to the courthouse, to the judge, jury, everything.
I mean, if it isn't done, I mean that's where it's at, and that's towards the end. But I do agree to an extent that the things he did, it probably won't happen because of that. But who knows? Sometimes these coaches and players get second chances. Because look at Justin Blackman, the former Jaguars wide receiver. They did everything they could for him and Josh Gordon to stay in the league, and they still fumbled the ball. So imagine a coach getting that same type of chance again. So I mean, when you look at it, I think, and I add this. I think Rich McKay knows him as well, and we know Rich McKay is not going anywhere. So John Gruden could be an option for the Falcons. John Marino said QB Act. This time Denver can't block us this time. Yeah, they blocked us from interviewing.
They did.
Yeah. And Clint Kubiak is known as one of the better young offensive minds around the league. And a lot of y'all said on our last 4 or 5 live streams that y'all want an offensive-minded head coach, and that's not a bad idea. Because Arthur Smith, even though I didn't agree with his philosophy sometimes and the way he called plays, but with this team, I think Arthur Smith absolutely would have turned out better. But sometimes it's time and it's personnel and it's what you got going on.
Right. I agree. I mean, I ain't really like Arthur Smith like that, but I do feel like he would have been better with this team. The talent that we have, if he was able to get his hands on it, I mean,
right.
And then,
yeah, go ahead. My bad.
No, I was about to say, at the end of the day, you think about it, he drafted Tyler because Tyler was kind of supposed to be like Derrick Henry-esque, you know what I'm saying, a bruiser. bruise it back, and then we go
Oh,
and
and
get
it
Bijan.
worked. It worked.
Yeah,
It worked.
it did.
Yeah.
It did. Then you go get Bijan, and it's like, okay, now you got like an old school, like a new school smash and dash.
Right. Right.
You know, because that's what they had down there in Tennessee.
Facts. Greg Madden said I would make the call for Tony Dunn and see how much it would cost to get him off TV to coach Tony Dunn. Tony's almost 70 years old. Well, he's about 65, 70. I think he's done. He's comfortable where he's at. He attends church regularly and he enjoys life. And if I were him, I would not even want to come out of retirement. You know, he's proven himself. And top that, he's making a boatload of money to do, less work. So who's gonna sign up for more work and less money? It just doesn't work like that unless you just really want to coach. Airbnb, I think that ship has sailed. From what I've been hearing the last couple of years, his interviews are not good, and I think he should just stay in Kansas City. So when Andy Reid retires, he just takes over, so that team doesn't skip a beat. I think he should just stay in Kansas City. What up, Ryan? Birdcage LLC, man. Y'all go check out Ryan on the Birdcage, man.
Shout out to Ryan, man. Doing their thing over there at the Birdcage for sure.
Facts. Yeah, man. Steve Spagnuolo. That's another defensive guy.
Yeah, I'm about to say, yeah, that's defense.
Yeah, I think I want another offensive guy. He's a great defensive coordinator, and look at what he's doing in Kansas City the last 7-8 years. I think he should stay there and do that, just like Airbnb. When Andy Reid retired, they have a staff in place. So one thing about it,
hold on, it's Kansas City. I remember at one point he was go. And I'm not sure where he went after that. Me personally, I'm not sure.
You say he went to where?
No, I was asking where did he go after Washington?
Spagnuolo?
No, Eric Bieniemy.
Oh, he went to college for a year, but he ended up getting fired there too. I think he went to UCLA.
Yeah, I remember he was like the assistant head coach over there with Ron Rivera and all the stuff like that. But I'm not sure where he is
now. He may be. I think he's back in Kansas City, if I'm not mistaken. If I'm not mistaken, he might be. I'm not sure, but I know he went to UCLA and got fired there up under Sean Foster. But Birdcage said offensive mind Brian Flores. I could definitely see that. The way he turned the Dolphins around in 2 years, okay. I can see that happening in Atlanta with this type of talent we have. Rex Ryan would bring an attitude. I agree. But that's another he went to UCLA. I remember. But he did get fired in the middle of last season.
See, that's what I'm saying. So it's like, where is he
now? I had to Google it. Somebody, if y'all can Google it, put it in the chat. Rex Ryan would bring an attitude, like I was saying, but he's another defensive guy, and I really just wouldn't want another defensive guy.
Let me ask you this. Okay, I got something for you.
Okay, hold on.
I got something for everybody. Okay, go ahead.
Okay, hold on. Unpopular opinion, right quick. Me personally, if somehow the Steelers let Mike Tomlin go, he needs to be on the first flight to Atlanta. But they've already said that he's not going anywhere. The only way that he leaves Pittsburgh if he just resigns. Go ahead with your point.
I was going to say, okay, now I know they had a quarterback issue, but what do people think about Zach Taylor? How you feel about Zach Taylor, offensive-minded guy?
Oh, boy, I would love Zach Taylor. I've said Zach Taylor. I think you remember me saying that when I said if Cincinnati messes around and lose that kid and he becomes offensive coordinator in Atlanta, he'll be the next head coach, depending on who they bring in as the head coach, because that dude has a key offensive mind. And if they want to move over from Joe Burrow, he'll go wherever Zach Taylor go.
That's interesting. Okay, so Kevin, if you had to make a choice, Kevin O'Connell or Zach Taylor?
That's a damn good one.
because the Vikings are looking bad. I know they don't have a quarterback, so he may be safe, honestly.
I probably would say Kevin O'Connell because I've seen him develop more quarterbacks. Because before he had Kirk Cousins, but since he's left, he had Sam Darnold. He brought out the best in him. JJ McCarthy is trying to grow, and I see improvement in him on a daily basis. So I would say, because I think Zach Taylor has only had Burrow in Cincinnati, because I think Sam Darnold was gone. I'm sorry, Andy Dalton. I think he was gone when Zach Taylor took over, but I would say Kevin O'Connell to be on the safe side.
Hey man, I like it.
That's another
Kevin
good one. Jason
man.
Garrett. Jason Garrett is another good one.
Shoot, but he getting that cushion. That he got that little cushy job, talking sports and everything like that. You think he's gonna move off of that the coach again?
I don't know. Eric is the running back coach in Kansas City. I knew he went back there. So yeah. Bruce Arians is retired. He's not coming back. Yeah. He good and done. Tony Wright says, I haven't been in any Atlanta Falcons social media outlets in a while because I'm so pissed off with the acceptance of all of this losing that I've been speechless. And Tony, we all feel that way, my brother. We all feel that way. So, yeah. You look at a disciplinarian, is helping the Bears be good. He talking about Ben Johnson, and we passed on him too. Damn shame.
Ouch.
Willie said he ain't gonna lie. Woman to the idea of Kyler Murray, maybe he just needs a change of scenery, improve work ethic. And sometimes, your coaches can push you to be better. And I don't think Arizona's hired that coach, because look at him and Cliff Kingsbury. They were going in war the whole time Cliff Kingsbury was there. That's never good for you coaching your quarterback. And we know Kyler Murray has talent. But you're going to have to get the right coach to pull it out of him. And sometimes you just need that.
That's true.
But
sometimes change to see. I mean, look at Sam Darnold. I mean, he don't have a couple of changes of sceneries, but his last two stops have been his best stops.
Facts.
He's finna go back-to-back playoffs with two different teams.
Take this question right here. I got to send out a link right quick.
It says Smitty. What about Clint Kubiak and Kevin Stefanski as OC? They worked together. Yeah, they did. That's gonna be interesting. I do like the Clint Kubiak thing, the Kevin Stefanski thing. I don't know why, but I don't trust Kevin Stefanski just because I'm looking at Cleveland. Now, I know they've been a dumpster fire, but at the end of the day, it's not like he didn't have opportunities. I would be questionable about Stefanski, but I'm with O'Connell. But the marriage between the two, I can't sit up here and act like it couldn't possibly work because of that. So they have worked before, and with this talent, I would just be, side-eyeing Stefanski, like, all right, now keep it in a row. But I would be open to the pairing. I would be open to it. But I'm still gonna be side-eyeing Stefanski though.
There's a good point right here. TJ said, what do Cincinnati and Minnesota have in common? Great wide receivers. That's true. But I'm telling you, before Justin Jefferson got there, Kevin O'Connell was still doing his thing.
Mm-hmm.
Cliff Kingsbury, I'm not on Cliff Kingsbury. I saw what he did in Arizona. But Brian Daboll, I can warm up to that because I saw what he did in Buffalo with Josh Allen, his first year there. So yeah,
I think I'm gonna be warming up. I think I'd be warming up the entire year with Brian Daboll because it's like because I remember that, but I also remember what you done lately, and it was just like. But to his credit,
he didn't have
in his defense,
man. Yeah, he didn't.
Or GM front office, all of them was trash. So it's just like,
right.
Okay, well maybe it's circumstances. Who knows?
Yep. But Ryan, what's up, man?
Hey man, what's going on? Normally I would show my face, but as horrible as these damn birds been playing, I don't need to show my face today. I need to go ahead and keep this thing hidden today, boy. Lord.
Hey, bro, I said it. I've been saying it every Sunday for the last 3 weeks.
You see, I got the meme of me with that paper bag over my face. I went back
Oh
old
yeah, I
school
saw it.
for my foot and county faithful out there. But before I get into this, man, y'all hit that like and subscribe button for these folks. It's 187 of y'all in this thing, and y'all not even hitting this like button for them. But let's get this thing right for these hard working brothers.
I do you one better. Hype us up, man. Hype up A1. Hype up Smitty Sports Machine. Hype up the Birdcage LLC, man. Hype us up. You hype us up, that'll get us through the algorithm even faster.
Hey, man,
and I know it will.
Definitely trying to get it out here, but boy, I know a lot of folks canceling Christmas because of how bad the boys been. But I'm with you on this. Like, I can honestly see a world where we talk about O'Connell coming in here as an OC, possibly. A lot of people forget about Cliff Kingsbury. That is a guy who I think he might have learned, but with the weapons that we have, I think he definitely could do a little something. Him and Brian Flores is another one. That's who I would look at, Smitty.
Yeah, I could definitely see Flores, man. Like I said, he got robbed in Miami. Ain't no way in the hell he should have got fired. But since the front office is a mess, it happened. And the owner that owner is downright ridiculous. And they finally fired the GM that fired him. So look at that. They're heading in the right direction. Now started with beating us. But hey, it happens.
Hey,
DeAndre said, Mike, hold on. Thank you for the donation, Mike. Mike Tomlin, Brian Flores, and Bill Belichick. Go ahead, Ryan.
Anytime you want to get your season right, play the Atlanta Falcons. We gonna get you right every time. It's pretty much the worst teams in the league or people that's trying to get their rhythm. They always beat us, and then they end up going to the playoffs. It never fails. You ever notice that, Smitty?
Oh yeah, I noticed it. Hell yeah, you're absolutely correct, bro. Absolutely. Man. But Brian Flores, I think Ryan had been talking about him for about 2 years. But guess what?
I don't understand why.
Hey, Greg, I gotta eat, my brother. I gotta eat. I'm hungry as shit. But go ahead. My bad.
Hey, listen, you got to pass some wings over here, man. You can't be just eating and not sharing. Dang.
Hey, man, I got these reels, man. I'm hungry, bro.
Even worse. You know what?
This is a sick Negro.
See there.
Oh, see. You see who I hit you with.
Yeah. Tony Wright said, remember what Brian Daboll did in 2022 with Daniel Jones. Good point.
But here's the sad thing. We have all these moves that we've made. We brought in all this talent. And the problem that we have right now is we have two people that don't know how to really utilize this talent and matriculate this offense to match what this defense has had, because this is a playoff caliber team that we have. The problem is we've wasted a whole season, and you're getting ready to lose a ton. You're getting ready to lose a ton of talent, pretty much, because guys are gonna walk. Why would I want, if I'm a player right now, and I'm just giving you the mindset. So for those in the chat that's done played football before, you understand. Why am I gonna sit here in Atlanta when I see this front office is not serious about winning? We got a clown that tap dances like Gregory Hines or the Sandman up in here. I'm keeping it politically correct because I know we can't say so.
Oh yeah. You're right.
But I'm just being honest. You got this cat up in here that his record is who he is, but yet and still you want to stick with this dude, and you're getting ready to waste guys' talent.
33 and 56. That's all I need to say. Hey, DeAndre. Hey, man, I got the message, bro. I ain't gonna even lie to you, my guy.
Y'all remember
sound like
that?
Chris unwrapping a sandwich himself.
I'm telling you.
Oh, you mind your business.
Hey, everyone, do y'all remember the episode of the Cosby Show when Bill was tap dancing with old man? Challenge the Sandman.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's not Raheem Morris is tap dancing now. Challenge my special teams coach. Challenge my offensive coordinator. Guess what? They ain't going nowhere. Challenge. That's all I hear.
Yeah, I mean, that's true. And Tony Wright 41 sacks. How many times have we done that in the last 20 years? And I think that was about 3 years ago when Ryan Nielsen was here. Other than that, I can't remember. But, this is the thing about losing out on talent just because you made the bonehead decision to put the wrong guy in charge. Sometimes, when it's just like you got a motor in the car and the carburetor going out. When you don't replace that carburetor with the right piece, the goddamn whole motor gonna blow out eventually. So look, it happens. Phillip Rivers got grandkids. He should have stayed at home. We got a football roster. He got 2 kids that's married and a grandson, and he should have kept enjoying life. But hey, what do I know? 44 years old. I guess he still think he got something left in the tank, but we'll soon see once he take one of them hits from a 22-year-old.
You making me feel old. I remember when I watched Phillip Rivers at North Carolina State with T.A. McClendon when they took Ohio State overtime. Boy, you hurt my feelings. That's my high school years, bro.
My little cousin played with Phillip Rivers at North Carolina State. I know I feel old.
God.
So, yeah. Clint Kubiak or Zach Taylor run variations of the West Coast offense, Shanahan's system that could suit the Falcons' talent. And see, that's the thing. It's just about finding the right fit. If you find the right fit and you can keep most of what you got on offense, because we still got a year with Drake, 2 years with Bijan. So if you can find that right guy to pull the talent out of this offense, the defense is going to do what it do with the talent we have now. But like I said, I still feel Jesse Bates is gone because they're going to use him for draft picks. And they just going to circle the wagon with everybody else. So, and then we still need a cornerback too, because even though he signed a 3-year deal, most of that money came this year. I don't think he comes back next year. Clark Phillips has been on IR the whole season.
So he's gone.
D offered in a 1-year deal. So, yeah, cornerback.
He actually may be back on another 1-year deal.
I think he will. He's played good enough to do that. Absolutely, he's played good enough.
Here's something that we need to address too.
Go ahead.
Can we bring in a better special teams coach?
Oh boy.
And I know the folks in the chat, we talking about offensive coordinators. Hey, can we bring in a better special teams coach at this point? Because all year we've gone through 4 kickers. We've gone through 4 kickers. We've had umpteen punt returners and kick returners. I don't know if y'all knew I was at that Jets game in that cold and that wet watching the Falcons. And when I say looking at Agnew, it just was a disappointment. That's what I'm saying. It's a disappointment at this point. And at this point, if you're the special teams coach, you need to have your return men already knowing the basic fundamentals. They should already know, but it's your job to keep them up point of, okay, when do you attack the football? If it's inside the 10, you let it go. You let it go. And
but it was inside the 5.
That's the problem. Anything inside the 10, you're not supposed to touch. That's basic knowledge. Unless you're down, especially in the wet. That right there showed me that Marquise Williams got to go. Now, everybody keeps talking about it. We've had five big plays that have cost us games because of big returns. We keep talking about the offense, but the third phase of the game, we've had kickers that have missed. We've had people that have fumbled, giving up field position, can't tackle. Like, special teams has killed us this year. I can tell you right now, we would have 7 wins on this season right now if it wasn't is everything. Facts. Hell,
Tony, go ahead. Right. Go ahead.
Can somebody call Bill Bates? He's a coach. He works for a company now, but you can get him out of retirement, bring him in.
Yeah. Don't nobody mind making a couple $100,000 a year. Tony Wright. Damn the Rams. If I'm the Falcons bringing in whoever I'm bringing in coach, I would give a call to the Rams for Jimmy Garoppolo. Because we know when Matthew Stafford retired, they probably gonna draft his replacement in this upcoming draft. So Jimmy Garoppolo, he could be a bridge quarterback for the Falcons. We know he's a veteran. He's used to a West Coast style offense. He ran it in New England and in San Francisco. So Jimmy Garoppolo would be a damn good pickup for a bridge quarterback. Damn Indy, because Daniel Jones, he'll be back. Anthony Richardson, I think he's out for the season, if I'm not mistaken. So They call Phillip Rivers, so let them stick with Phillip Rivers for a couple of weeks. Because I don't think they're going to the playoffs unless Jonathan Taylor take them there. If it's not with Jonathan Taylor, they're not going.
Talking about Phillip Rivers said it's December field. He finna turn back the clock.
Okay.
As soon as and look, as soon as he take that first lick or whatnot, he gonna need a bottle of Geritol and some prune juice to help him get that blood out of his system from them young bucks messing him up. Trust me.
Right. That's what I'm saying. He get that first hit is already over, and they're gonna come before the game because they're gonna come in practice.
Facts. Nah, they gonna put the black jersey on him in practice. They ain't gonna touch him in practice.
Yeah, I'm about to say he not getting touched.
Talking about the black jersey, he need to have a wheelchair on the sideline too. Hey, this some good one right here, JT. He said, "Where's Keith Armstrong? By far our best defense, our best special team coach that we've had since Bobby April."
Yep.
He in Philly?
Chilling.
Oh shit.
Bro, he chilling, bro.
Oh,
I can tell you that now. He ain't coaching nowhere right now. He chilling.
Ryan Raheem said Marquise is doing a hell of a job. Yeah, he is. Hell of a job fucking up. That's what he doing.
Wait a minute. Did he just say that?
Raheem did say that.
I got a soundbite for you, Ski, just for you saying it.
You so freaky ass.
You an ignorant bastard.
Man, listen.
If y'all remember New Jack City, that's the old man.
Yeah.
Reverend Notes, what you doing in here? That's what he sounding like right now. Reverend Notes trying to get that dope money on the side.
You stupid.
On the side.
Aaron Rodgers can take a beating, so can Phillip Rivers. There's a difference. Phillip Rivers ain't played in 5 years. Aaron Rodgers been playing every year since he started playing. There's a difference.
Only people that been tackling Phillip is them kids. That's about it.
Man, Mike, first off, you know my contact information. Hit me up in my DM, brother. And my thing is, if you wanted to get on, you could have been gotten on. Don't start that mess. I'm not too big for you. I'm not too big for anybody.
Hey, ain't none of us too big, man. We all in the same.
And here's the thing. Instead of, and you know my OG Big Chauncey or whatnot, went to school with my daddy. So you know that's my people right there. So if you don't have my contact, hit him up. Holla at Big Chauncey King. He'll give it to you.
Everybody know everybody.
But you still good with me, brother. I ain't got no problem with you, my guy. Just ask to get on.
We all good, man. We all trying to accomplish the same goal, man.
Facts.
Same goal. Phillip Rivers need a smelling salt. He might.
Oh, I'm not. I'm so hurt, Mike. I thought we was better than that. My dog got me hurt right now, but it's all good though.
Hey, it happened, bro. Zay in the bag. What's good, my guy? He said, "Man, Mike, funny." I mean,
no, Mike, good though.
Hey, man, it's all good, man. We just around here trying to make content, man, doing our thing. We doing our thing, man.
No. I'm shout out to my Baltimore boy Zay, man. Zay, we supposed to hook up soon, man. We can link.
That's my dog. Yeah. Y'all go check out Zay, man. Zay do music and all, man. Music, sports. He a multifaceted talent. But y'all got any final thoughts before we get out of here?
Yeah. Just for everybody that's in here, before we go, if you're not subscribed to this channel, hit the like and subscribe button for these brothers. But do not allow the Falcons to mess up the rest of your Sundays. Don't let them mess up your appetite. Don't let them mess up your marriage. Don't let them mess up your side hustles with your side women that you might have or side brothers that you might be with. It's okay. Because guess what? They getting their paychecks on Monday. Direct deposit. It's not going to miss. Enjoy the process. You're going to get to see some young pups that's going to get in here because half these veterans are getting ready to quit on Raheem for the rest of the season. Do not allow them to mess up your Sundays. Just enjoy being a fan and hold these jokers responsible next year in the offseason.
Absolutely. Tell them where to find you, Ryan.
You can find myself and the Magnificent Birdcage crew at the Birdcage LLC on YouTube, also on X. We're going to have a special episode tomorrow because the Birds play on Wednesday. Smitty, A1, y'all are welcome to tap in tomorrow. And Mad Mike, if you want to come through, you can come through too. Let me make sure I include you in that, my brother. Now, y'all can tap in with us tomorrow night. We're going to talk about the Falcons and the Bucks and also the collapse that has been pretty much the Falcon season 2025. Rest in peace to 2025. Appreciate y'all, my brothers, for having me on. Y'all keep doing the damn thing. Y'all are awesome.
No doubt, my brother. We appreciate you.
Yes, sir.
Chris, you know what
Yes,
to do, man.
sir, man. Hey, man. Just like Ryan was pretty much indicating, man, you guys got to find your peace, man. It's 5 o'clock now, 4:59, but it'll be 5 o'clock in a second. And, man, you got to find your peace, man. Positive energy always creates elevation. And even though the Falcons aren't elevating, you can definitely elevate yourself personally. So make sure that you guys are doing that for yourselves. You guys deserve that. And, again, the rest of this season and then but evaluation process on who we're keeping, who could possibly stay, who could possibly go, et cetera, et cetera. Like Ryan said, man, really RIP to 25 because there's nothing more that we can do in it. And we got to get ready for 26. So many questions to be answered come the last game, after the last game of the season. So let's just get ready for it, guys. We're going to be the Falcons are going to be one of the hottest topics, whether good or bad, for another offseason.
That's what I'm talking about. Rudolph said Morris to John at the Greyhound station. Well, y'all cold, boy. I tell you, y'all cold. But yeah, man. Look, y'all know to catch me, man. You catch us tonight. We coming right back at you in a couple of hours, man. Around 9:30 tonight. We gonna bring y'all the preview show for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Y'all want to tune in for that. And trust me, we gonna have some interesting topics with that. And y'all come in and drop them comments because we always try to interact with the chat. That's what we do. And look, I'm telling y'all, a lot of the news coming along the way, so y'all stay plugged in the A1 Forever and Smitty Sports Machine and the Birdcage, because we're gonna bring y'all this news and stay plugged with Mad Mike Sports as well. Because we're gonna keep bringing y'all this content and let y'all know how we feel about this. So y'all stay tuned, and like I said, continue to hype up the videos, man, because that is where y'all help us the most by hyping up these videos. But nephew say he got to eat his chicken wings, Raheem Morris, for $50 million. But I got to get back to these reels before I head out the door and complete my munchie mix. But until 9:30 tonight, we gonna holler at y'all, man. Peace.
Peace.